Parenting tip number 85 is focused on how to deal with sensitive topics. This is aimed for children between the ages of 12 and 16. If you have a teenager, you know how uncomfortable it is to talk about those topics, right? Like sex, drugs, drinking, promiscuous behavior, social media. Yes, it's a topic that makes every parent cringe. And I remember when Chelsea was about 12, I approached her and asked if she wanted to talk about sex, if she wanted to talk about birth control, if she wanted to have any discussion that I was there for her. And she was like, no, 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 and did not want to talk about it. So how do you do that? Especially if you're a mother of a teenage boy or you're a father and you're an uncle and aunt. Well, this is what you do, right? You cannot control whether your child is open-minded and willing to listen, but you can just approach it and just say, I know you probably have tons of questions and you don't feel comfortable talking to me about it, but and offer, have an aunt or an uncle who is able to, and willing to listen and share just in case your teenager wants to reach out. But if not, just knowing your teenager might not show it, but just knowing that you're there for him. And I actually have mom friends whose kids are comfortable. And then you find out that there's a lot of topics that you aren't ready to discuss, but knowing that your child, your teenager is filled with questions. My girls are comfortable coming up to me now more than before. And, sometimes they're cringeworthy, topics for discussion. But I think as a parent, it is our responsibility to just approach them and just say, you know what, I know this is just a really uncomfortable discussion to have with you, but I want you to know that I'm here. I don't want you to get your answers from the internet or from other friends who might not know really about, these topics. I mean, just saying the word, sex or drugs or, alcohol, DUIs. I mean, a lot of these kids don't know how to navigate around these very touchy subjects. So, this parenting tip will make a lot of you cringe, but I thought it is worth bringing up because if we do not have family discussions or mother daughter discussions, I had a friend who actually, had separate discussions with all three boys, and they were very open. In fact, one of them actually shared, um, the experience. Well, maybe not the details, but how he did lose his virginity at age like 18. So when you just pave the way, I'm not saying they're going to, run to you with open arms, but just be there. That's all we can do is tell your child. But, you have to really make sure that it is in a non judgmental way and be there to listen without saying, and you know what's going to happen if you don't do this? You don't want a girl, you don't want to get pregnant, or to the guy, you don't want to have an unwanted pregnancy, and make sure it doesn't turn into a lecture that they dread. Then of course they're going to automatically shut you down. But that's the very uncomfortable parenting tip number 85, a topic that all parents dread, probably kids too. But if you're courageous, I urge you to have the uncomfortable conversation. Okay? Otherwise, it'll remain a mystery, and the consequences can be just life changing, right? You don't want a 13-year-old getting pregnant. I know Chelsea pointed a boy out to me, and I said, "Oh my gosh, look, I think he goes to your school." And she said, "Yeah, mom, he's a freshman with a 1-year-old son." Yeah, so we'll have that conversation. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye.